In this video, I'm going to share with you several different ways to make $200 today, whether you have no training or certifications, some specialized skills, or if you're just looking for ways to invest your money to make passive income. Hey everyone, I'm Joey. I've been an entrepreneur for over 15 years and I have tried many different side hustles, and I'm going to share with you some of my favorites and also what I've found to be the most lucrative. If I was in a desperate situation and I needed to make $200 today, I would probably go door to door and offer some home services. Depending on what you like or what you're naturally good at, you can offer services like landscaping or gutter cleaning, driveway pressure washing, exterior painting, all of the tools that you need for those kind of jobs you can rent at Home Depot or Lowe's, and you can get started on those projects today. If you don't mind door-to-door sales, there are several companies out there that offer this kind of service, whether that's selling internet or household appliances, security systems. Because you personally can't offer homeowners internet or appliances, you definitely need to go through a company in order to secure jobs like these. You can offer childcare services or pet sitting services, but that requires a little bit more trust between you and your customer. I would recommend going through a trusted app where you can build your credibility within your neighborhood. Another home service that does not require a lot of startup costs is house cleaning. You can of course go door to door offering your services, or you can spend a few bucks to print out flyers or business cards and put them in your neighbor's mailboxes. Another option, if you enjoy interacting with people, is a restaurant server or bartender. Because customers generally tip between 15 and 20% on their total check amount, the fancier and more expensive the restaurant is, the higher you're generally going to get paid. If I was going that route, I would probably look into steakhouses or restaurants within luxury hotels. I would probably even be willing to drive farther to a more commercialized area, maybe an area with more tourists or a more upscale area of town where I know that people who are dining there are going to be willing to spend more. If you're looking for something with less social interaction, maybe construction work would be more up your alley. Working on road projects, you could rent a truck and do junk removal from people's houses. You could shadow someone or apprentice with a company to learn a skill, and that would allow you to be making money while you're building a skill. So those would be my top picks if I didn't have any skills or certifications or had gone to school for anything. I would be looking for something that I could quickly get into and start making money right off the bat, and hopefully be learning skills along the way to start my own side hustle or developing a business concept for myself. So what if you do have some specialized skills that you can offer? For me, I learned balloon twisting in high school, and I learned that I could make a lot more money and work less hours than pretty much all of my peers. I would work in restaurants for tips, and I would also hand out my card for anyone to book me for a private party coming up, and I eventually got into balloon decorating, like building arches and columns and garlands. The thing about having a skill is that you need to know who your target audience is. So when I was looking for restaurants to work in, I not only would hit the family style restaurants, but I would also try fancy brunch places for corporate professionals. And I was willing to go in and talk to these restaurant managers over and over and over because I didn't understand that corporate professionals on their lunch break are not going to want balloon hats and animals. The people who are going to want balloon hats and animals are parents of kids. I was a lot more successful when I learned to focus my energy towards my target audience. So I began going around to elementary schools and just dropping off my business card at the front office. I would email daycares and religious organizations for any family-friendly events that they had coming up. If you're wanting to go the entertainment route, you can learn lots of magic and how to balloon twist, how to face paint, how to do a lot of fun skills that people actually enjoy just from watching YouTube videos. If you have experience playing an instrument, you can use that to your advantage in several different ways. You can offer your services at bars and restaurants, malls, airports, private events like weddings or birthdays, anniversaries, and if you need to make money today, you can go out on the side of a busy street and start busking. When you're busking, you're gonna wanna find an area with as many people as possible. So this could be a subway station. This could be the middle of a downtown area in a park. The more people that are around and willing to stop and listen to your music, the better. Long term, if you're a musician, you can invest money into recording your songs very high quality with a professional music producer. You can promote your music on social media after you've uploaded it to Spotify and Apple Music, Amazon Music, and you can even start calling around to different venues to see if they need an opener for a band that's coming in town. If you have a hobby that is a craft, you can sign up to be a part of like a craft fair or a farmer's market. These are generally periodically, like maybe once a week, but they're a good way to get your craft in front of the eyes of people who appreciate handmade items. So whether you're making candles or jewelry or knitting hats or making art paintings, farmers markets or craft fairs are a great place to get your craft craft in front of your target audience. And now let's talk about some ways that you can invest your money to make more money. The first one that I'll start off with requires a very minimal investment, and I'm talking about dividends. Dividends are certain stocks of mainly large companies that when you invest into them, every quarter or every 6 months, they will pay you for investing into their company. This requires opening an investment account, which most of the time is free, and you can generally earn 3 to 16% of your original investment every time that they pay out their dividend. Another way of investing your time into making passive income is YouTube. It is a long grind to make YouTube videos and see the payout for it. I have put hundreds of hours into writing scripts and recording videos, editing videos, doing research, and I only make about $500 a month with YouTube at this point. I have about 13,000 subscribers, and you need at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of view time over the past year in order to apply for YouTube's partner program. YouTube is a side hustle that I picked up over 5 years ago that I work on intermittently that I knew was going to take a long time to ramp up. There is growth every year that keeps me motivated to keep going, but it is a long process, and I wouldn't start YouTube if you're wanting to make money fast and easy. That's just not the reality of how YouTube works. If you are going to go the YouTube route and you want to make YouTube an income source, I highly recommend investing into a YouTube course that will teach you the ins and outs of the YouTube algorithm, how to structure your videos in a way that is going to be appealing to your audience, learn about the importance of a thumbnail and the title, and skip the unnecessary learning curve of trying to figure everything out yourself. Another way of making passive income is through affiliate links. If you have a large following on any social media, you can promote products that will pay you when somebody else buys something. I use affiliate links on my YouTube channel. I don't make a lot from affiliates, only having 13,000 subscribers on YouTube and not very many followers on any other social media. But if you're someone who has a large TikTok following or Instagram following, then that might be a good opportunity for you to earn some extra bucks. And the last way to make some passive income, and perhaps my favorite way, is house hacking. House hacking is when you rent or buy a living area and you rent out a portion of that living area to someone else as a roommate, maybe listed on Airbnb or Furnished Finder. Perhaps the biggest expense that everybody has is a living expense. Every single month we have to pay rent or pay a mortgage in order to have a roof over our head. And a way to cut down that cost is to have somebody else pay a portion of that by giving up your space and renting it out. The first property that I ever bought was a house in Hilo, Hawaii. It was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and the upstairs was completely separate from the downstairs. So I lived on the top level and I rented out the bottom level to college students, to travel nurses, to tourists who were checking out the island, and that significantly cut down my mortgage cost. Honestly, renting out anything I think is a great idea. I used to rent out surfboards and beach supplies when I was in Hawaii. I've rented out cotton candy machines, popcorn machines, photo booths as a part of my event company. Renting out something is essentially just buying something once and then getting paid for it over and over and over. So you can generally quickly make back whatever it cost you for that item, and then anything on top of that is entirely profit. When I lived in a big city and I didn't really need my car, I even rented out my car, which covered the cost of my car payment and put some extra bucks in my pocket. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur or side hustler, or just wanting to increase the business that you currently already have, check out my channel where I have lots of great YouTube videos that might help you in building your business. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.